Hello, guys. This is Frederica speaking, and I'm really sorry for what happened back then. I I had a little issue with my phone, and I had to go back into doing a second part of the stream. So I'm going to show you guys something really that I was hoping for to show you, and that is, for example, as you can see, I was upgrading the equipment, and I'll show you how you guys go ahead with that by giving you some tips on how to get extra extra shards, extra seals. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyways, for the seals, you just select on the item exchange shop, and in here you can find the seals, the many type of seals, and you can just select the type of seal that you want, and then you can just go here and scroll, use both the max or the plus, depending on how much you need. In this case, I'm just going to need some like 16 magic seals, not much, because I just want to. Okay, let's go for 18. So, with this, you'll be able to get enough seals to use on the equipment. So let's go back to the platinum mace. Now, where is the platinum mace? Ah, here it is. So again, I've been upgrading this equipment with 2x2 strategy, which is this same strategy I use for golden sword, for this one platinum mace, or for any equipment that you guys want, and that is considerably as really hard to upgrade with max stats, especially when those equipments can be considered as really hard because of the chance that they have is limited. So, on this case, let's see. Again, it's a good one because it boosted magic as long as the chances on equipment that has magic continues to boost on the stat that you need the most, which in this case is magic, because all the others you can just use the hammers to finish the job. However, it's better that you at least have a really high amount um, of bonuses before 20 before the level 25. So let's see. This one boosts HP, accuracy, evade. Okay, it gave a little bit. It was a like a mix. Totally fine. Let's hope that magic continues to upgrade, because that's the important part. So let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, it boosts only 4. I mean, it would have been better if it was 8 instead of 4. But again, like I said, the rate is really hard. Okay, there you go. 8. I mean, it depends on the equipment that you want to try. For I mean, this is going to be really tough because I can make I can have I can envision this as tricky because the chances, the rates of oh nice, oh nice. Okay, this one was a good bonus. Let's go ahead and try it again then. But as I said, as I was saying, the rates when it comes to upgrading equipments in the game are random. And ouch! Like this one! Like this one! This one was really, really bad. Because again, it becomes really tough when you use sills, and then at the end, it just doesn't give you the best stats that you need. Well, for example, I already maxed the attack, which is good. So that gives me like what magic, HP, and the others. Okay, so let me just try one more time because this is really tough when it comes to equipment. Is that by using 2x2 strategy, it gives you a better chance to max the stats of the equipment, although it also can be tricky because of the chance of getting a really bad bonus stats like that one that gave just two magic and 2 points of magic, and that is not so good. Not so good at all. So right now I'm just giving a bit of okay, let's give the evasion seal one more there, and that's it for the seals. So let's see one more try. But I managed to do this for the equipment that you receive from the Cecil event, which is this one, the Holy Knight shoulder plate. And to be honest, this equipment is really awesome for tanks who want to have some defense protection, extra defense protection. Like in this case, it gives a bit more of magic. So it's really good for rain, although rain is already tanky without this equipment because he is really really strong against magic units. That is if you use gears that can boost um, his spirit defense, which he receives a bit more on his stats when you get his master bonus and also his TMR equipment. So it's always great when you have units that can counter other units that can be really deadly, such as Lil Leela and Ildira and Luarta and Lucia. There's a lot of units there that you can you can pick up as being really challenging on Arena. And there's another that I was forgetting about it, and that will be Frederica. Frederica is really, really tough. She may not look much at first, but once you spend enough visual and enough gil on her, then it's all worth it because she can really wipe out a team. Uh, I've I've seen a video talking about her. Oh, nice. Okay, it maxed the accuracy, it boosted the magic, and it gave a bit of HP. Only 10 levels up, and I don't know for sure. Uh, Probably. I'm not so sure about now because I think at this time it should have been a little higher right now. And I think it didn't go so well for Magic, especially uh, uh, on that last rate, on that last stats bonus with the seals, which only gave 2 magic. So yeah, I'm just going to use Enhancement Reset. And this is exactly what you need to do when you don't have really good stat polls. You can use these tools, which are considered, which are named uh, resmithing hammer, and you can use these hammers to bring the equipment down to level 1. Excuse me, to level 1, and you won't be losing the equipment at at +5. So, for example, I use this one using the reset. As you can see, what it did, it resets all the stats that I used on the seals, and the only thing that you use is just the stats on those seals. Okay, sure, you won't be able to get the seals that you used back, but that's not a problem. You can actually get the seals easily by doing by farming alongside with books. So it's not that hard. Although it's much harder when you actually dismantle the equipment. Like you go here and dismantle it. It it doesn't give you like it really doesn't help you at all. Like you click here on dismantle. It will give you the materials that you used for +5, but it won't give you the books. So in a way, if you click on dismantle, and if you want to dismantle the platinum mace, then you'll notice that, let me check here, for example, and I click on dismantle. If I click dismantle right here, it will give you like the. Of course, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to risk myself to lose that mace. But what it's going to give you are the R2 +4 mace at level 1, not at the level that you need, which is level 40, in order to get a +5. You will receive the materials that you used for a +5, but you won't receive a single book. So for people who have bad pulls, please don't waste the books like that. For example, in this case, I have this sword, Ragnarok, which Nagnarok. Sorry, I misspelled this. There is a sword called Ragnarok, yes, but I think it's from another game, uh, and not this one. So Nagnarok is a powerful weapon, yes, but it's also considered really hard um, to max it out. Why? Because these equipments are like really tricky because the bonus that you receive on each time you use the seal, there is a possibility for you to get better stats, and there's a possibility that can really ruin your entire effort. So, what is my suggestion when it comes to craft equipment? First of all, farm as many books, farm as many seals as possible. You're going to need every bit of seals, every bit of books, if you want to get that equipment maxed. And as well, be extremely lucky with the bonus because it can be really random, and that's why a lot of people have been feeling like really depressed because it's thanks to that to that limitation on the bonus that can really end up wasting too much seals and not getting the equipment maxed. But as you can see, I managed to get some bonuses, yes, because this strategy may not always work, but it works most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. Because upgrading the equipment with 2x2 works always when you have a lot of seals. And if you have a lot of seals of the type that you want, and hoping for the luck, because the max stats that you receive whenever you do 2 levels is +8, which is really awesome because if you have a lot of +8s, um, and if you have a lot of seals of the same stats that you want, in this case magic, because it's a platinum maze, and it's really great for Ildera or for Halloween Leela, then if you do that for any equipment that you want to invest for your character and end up having max stats, then the best way to do so is by using this strategy. Upgrading the equipment from 2 levels to 2 levels, like how I show it both on part 1 and on this one, part 2. So, let's go ahead and do some multi to see if there's someone. Probably someone is going to join in and have some fun here. But right now I really need to look at the missions here to see. Oh yeah, because I upgraded an equipment, I received those stones. Yeah. I have a lot of stones like that, so I don't have to worry about. So I click on event, and I basically like to check on what kind of bonuses do I receive from multi. Oh, as you can see on brutal level, you can actually receive the seals and also the visual. But again, brutal level are kind of like really hard. So if you want to try the brutal level, I suggest you to have at least a good team with some really powerful equipment. So, like I said, you want to max out your equipment, go ahead and try that strategy that I showed you guys, because it may not work all the time, but at least it gives you a much better chance to get your equipment stats to max. And if it's really close to get all maxed, and your equipment is already on level 50, then all you have to do is just using the hammers to give a little push on the stats so that it can be maxed. Okay, so right now I'm just going ahead. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of rooms here, but let's just create my own room with +2 with auto battle, because a lot of people like that. And as usual, for anyone who wants to play this game, even if you don't have +2 speed up, please make sure that you have your ability effects on off. And that's really going to help you a lot. Because with the ability effects being off, um, as you guys will see soon enough, you will be able to basically do the event in a much faster way. For example, some people are joining in already on my room, and once we began the battle, you'll see that it becomes faster, not because of the +2. Of course, it becomes faster that way, yes, but even if you have 1.5, which is the speed that most of the players already have when it comes to this game, and you'll notice that whatever special ability, even the aspers that you use, the aspers are essential when it comes to giving your units some extra power, as well as the vision cards. So it can really help you out. And there you go. We have a full team, and I'm going to show you how easily can these events be completed without having to waste any more time when it comes to special effects and aspers. Like, for example, there is some EX skills that can really take a lot of time. Like, for example, Ildira's EX job skill, which boosts the casting time of the team, and like Mediana's EX skill, which is an area damage. Um, these animations takes a lot of seconds, and you can't skip those animations. However, that was in the past. Now you can use you can switch those skills and even the aspers with the ability effects off, and once you turn the switch to off, then that means all the skills, all the special abilities that your characters will be using on battle, along with the invocation of Aspers in this battle, they basically get cancelled. As in, yes, they still use their effects, like it can deal damage or boost the stats of your party, but it won't take the time that the original animation would be enforcing upon you. So for any new player, just turn those abilities off. And if you don't have a +2 on speed, just use +1 or 1.5. Whatever speed you like, press auto and let the battle go on. And all you have to do is enjoy the battle and see how fast you can farm the equipments the materials that you need for your equipments, and also for your vision cards, and also for your aspers. As for aspers, well, you have to look at what you want, because each asper has a specific specific job for each character that you need. It's not that it will give you boost on, for example, um it will give you boost on your stats in a way that can bulk your defense, or giving a boost on your magic, or on your attack, or on your critical, which is really awesome, because the highest amount of critical you have on your character, like the higher the critical the stat on your unit is, the better will be, because each hit that your unit is going to do will have an extra bonus damage from the critical, like giving an extra hit that will be harder. It's like giving a chain uh, right from the first hit to your character, basically. And when it comes to chains, it gives it becomes even better if you are managed to hit harder, and already giving you a chance to give a chain. Because if you start a chain, like if you have 4 characters like these 4, and all of them use the same element, the same attack at one enemy, or in this case a boss, then the boss will become weaker each time you hit him, until that boss has a turn. So, for example, Ildira has that ability that can boost the cast time, and that is really awesome, because if it boosts the cast time, that means one thing. It means the units that will be in the battle will be faster, and that is really awesome when they are at max level. In this case, the max level is 99. So, since you have the characters at level 99, and Ildira is able to boost the speed of those units, it means that in just one turn, for example, in one turn for the boss, you can have your characters to have double or 3 times the turn, like 2 turns or 3 turns in the boss turn. And that doesn't mean that the boss isn't slow. Sometimes the boss can be fast, but if your units are faster than the boss, then you'll have more than just one turn. And that is really awesome when it comes to chains. Because if you have these four, and if you have skills that can double the damage, for example, Runestern has the double attack, which gives in just one blow, it gives already a chain, which are two blows, like two hits. And if the four characters were all Runestern, then just do your math. So it will be like 8 hits. It's going to be 8 hits. Why? Because each Runestern is capable of dealing double damage. So with the double attack, since he is a powerful striker, that gives a chain of 8 attack and 8 magic. Why? Because the element is dark, and since the four units do share the same element, that gives an even bigger damage for the boss. So that can be really useful for event bosses such as raid bosses or even Asper bosses. But in order to make things even better, you're going to need someone who can use skills that can affect the boss speed or your team speed. For example, Kane is one of the units that came on this game, and he is a lancer, a dark lancer, and he has his primary job not as a lancer but as a dragoon. So this means that he's able to use a very iconic skill known as jump. Of course, the skills he uses aren't considered like jumping, but still it's the same effect because his primary job is coincidental to like similar to the dragoon job, which are attacks that really goes into jump attacks. The problem with jump is that it's the same thing as magic. It takes you one turn to select the attack, and then it takes an extra turn to cause to give effect of that attack. Like it takes 2 turns, but you only be spending 1 turn in order to make the move. So it's the same thing as black magicians using black magic in this game, such as Mediana and others. Um, so what do you need to do when it comes to events that requires little time to work on this? Okay, so how are you going to deal damage to a boss when you have limited turns to beat this boss? So to beat this boss, the boss that you're facing should be either the two-headed dragon or any other big boss that can be on raid boss or even on Trials of Reckoning. So how do you beat those bosses? Well, for you to beat the bosses, you have to use skills that does not cost you more than just one turn. And those skills can be jump, can be magic, can be anything that makes your unit taking more than just one turn. And how do you go and fight the boss then? Well, simple. Since you know that there are skills that cost more than just one turn, just use the skills that does not cost you that much. So in this case, for limited turns for bosses, unless it requires magic to defeat the boss, you shouldn't use black magic units or any kind of magic units that requires you to use more than just one turn. So the best units when it comes to magic that can help you out are Hildira and Little Leela. Actually, not Little Leela. Halloween Leela, because Little Leela really doesn't help much. But I can definitely say that both Ildira and Halloween Leela can really help when it comes to battling against bosses that are weak against magic. The downside to this is that if the boss happens to have some resistance to the element of these two, since Ildira uses water and Halloween Leela uses wind, if they use magic like in a group, then they're going to break chains altogether. Why? Because they aren't on the same element. Because if you want to make a chain with magic, you need to have the same element on a unit. So, how do you solve this? Simple. You basically have to come up with a strategy that can use a full team on Hildira's or a full team on Halloween Leela's. As long as, of course, the boss is not strong or resistant against water or wind. Although for people who basically didn't get much luck on Halloween Leela, if you at least have Ildira, then you don't have to worry much about Lil Leela, the Halloween Leela. So let's go ahead and see about the rest of the missions here. So yeah, like I said, when it comes to event, like on the previous one, when it comes to event, as in the current event, just do what I'm doing. And please, do not waste visuals on these banners, except for the big one, which is the plus 10 summon, plus the 10 URs with 10 plus summons, because that one only costs 2,000 free visuals, and that's the best one for free to play players. Because if you are a free to play player and you want shards, you want you are characters and you want to get something good on this event, please pull on the banners that give you the highest chance to get these cool units, because you're going to need them. But if you aren't a free to play gamer, but you are a small spender, then that means that being a small spender will be giving you the chance, for example, to pull on this one that I'm showing right now. Why? Because it gives you much better bonuses than the others. Because you will be receiving on this pool, you'll be receiving 10 ultra rares with 10 plus summons. Although, allow me to warn you, when it comes to these pools, there are no guarantees that you'll get the characters that you want for your team. It's, like I said, a lottery. It depends on luck, and it's really random in a way. Probably it's random. I've heard a lot of things, and unfortunately, I don't want to go into that detail. Because that's not what I want to go here. This is all about tips and guides. So I'm trying to guide in a way to give you guys an example on this game, because I've been playing this game for a while and I know what I'm talking about. So when it comes to this event itself, all you have to do is just look around the banners and pick up the best banners that suits you the most. Although these banners do not have Dwayne nor Luarta, because those two are already they already have their own banners, so they aren't included into these special banners here. So in a way, all you have to do is just if you don't want to go for Dwayne, and if you don't want to go for Water, but you want to get some shards and and some extra cool characters that you still don't have, that aren't Dwayne or Luarta, then you can try your luck on these pools and see if you can actually get those other units. Although if you want to go for much better units that will come in the future, then I strongly suggest to skip all the main event banners. Focus only on the ones in here that can give you a boost on upgrading some of the URs that you really want, and save all the visual that you have currently and use them on future banners that can have much better units that will help you on future event battles that will occur in the game. And probably, just probably, there is a way that Mont, the ultra rare unit, will be on global, just how it's on the Japanese version of the game. So it's really, there is just that very high probability that you'll receive that character when global reaches when the global version of this game reaches a very special day, and probably can be, I don't know, but I'm just guessing, could be like the anniversary, the next anniversary for the global version, to receive for us to receive such really cool units like the ones that are coming on GP, like having this brand new powerful month character. Probably for me there is a possibility for that, but this is just speculation, this is just guessing. um and I hope I'm right, because that would be so hilarious. um but I'm just guessing and speculating on the subject. Now, do I really need that character that's going to be launched on the next week for the Japanese version? Well, yeah. After all, it's a very powerful fire unit, and if you want to do, and it's possible that once that character is released on global, there is a high probability, just like how they did with Kane, that the next boss that will come on that same event will be beneficial to fire units. And since you have a really good fire team and you just need this character, the ultra rare Mont, then all you have to do is just wait, save visuals for that event, spend the visuals on that character. Probably that character will have double cost, just like how Dwayne is having a double cost, just like how Gilgamesh does have double cost. Um, Welcome, Alex. How are you? And as I was saying, okay, I lost. I just want you to know that you should only spend your you should only spend your visual only on the characters that you feel like you need the most. For new players on this game, please just be sure to pick up the best units from the start of the game. And what are those best units? There are Giza, because of her TMR. Because her TMR is very, very special. Jesus Bells gives agility, which is essential for any character in the game. Second, this equipment, Jesus Bells, gives you the skill that gives you extra AP, which is the energy that you need to use special skills on your units. And if you receive a certain amount each turn that your unit take, at least it's like what, 3 turns, 4 turns, but at the end you will have enough energy for that unit on the second turn that can use very powerful skills that, without the bells, would take you several turns until you could actually unleash powerful skills against your enemies. So, Jesus Bells is a must for any player who wants to play this game. It's a must. So even if you don't want to use Giza on the battles, at least try to get on the bell, because that TMR is essential for the game content. Because a lot of people nowadays are asking for units that has those bells. And I'm going to show you guys what are the Giza bells, because that kind of equipment is um, is what most YouTubers say whenever they stream the game. They say that it's essential, and it is really essential. It's called Illusory Bells, and as you can see, it may not give you much on HP. It gives you a lot of accuracy. It has the highest amount of accuracy on the equipment and the highest amount of agility for an accessory. Basically, on both these stats, it's considered the highest bonus in the game, along with another that is boots from bewitching boots, which are equipment from Venera's TMR. But let me check. Bewitching heels, actually. So basically, the difference between one another, as you can see here, is that Jesus Bells has more agility and probably a bit more of accuracy, or it might be the same. But I can definitely tell you that that Jesus Bells are a must. Because if you have those bells from the start of the game, then all you have to do is just getting the others. Like upgrading the others and use her TMR equipment to basically clear any kind of content in the game. Because on the second turn, the unit who wears these bells, the Illusory Bell, then that that unit is going to be able to unleash a powerful skill that can wipe out the entire enemy army in the map with just one swipe. And not joking here, because for example, Runestern is really, really powerful. For example, my Runestern is 856 on the attack right now. It may not be much, but I've seen people having this character with over 1000 in attack. That is a beast. That is dangerous. Why? Because if you use the bells with someone who has extremely high attack, then on the second turn of this unit, he will be able to use, for example, one of his most powerful, devastating abilities happens to be Azard Crusher, and Azard Crusher is a heavy attack damage, a heavy damage attack. Just a moment, just to show you guys. Here it is, Azard Crusher. So it's considered medium damage, but in fact it's not medium. It's heavy. Like, it is really a powerful hit. Although the only thing that's going to cost for this kind of skill will be HP, and this is problematic. Why? Because units who take off HP Okay, it can be really great when it comes to boosting the attack and giving some extra damage on the enemy, but at the same time, your unit is going to be vulnerable to any counter attack. So, how do you solve that problem? Basically, with agility. And Jesus Bells gives you that. It gives you an extra boost on the agility, which is essential for Rune's turn, gives you the extra AP that you need, which is essential for this unit to gain extra AP, extra energy for those very powerful skills on the second turn, and at the same time, it gives him 2 turns in just one. So basically, for a boss, instead of having 1 turn and the boss having another turn, with the Jesus Bells, he's able to have 2 turns in one boss turn without the use of haste, without the use of quicken from a time mage, or without the use of slow for the boss. That is really really powerful. I don't have the equipment because I don't have my Jesus maxed, and I'm trying to max her out. But even so, just giving you guys who wants to play this game to go after Jesus Bells. And if you happen to be a new gamer in this game and you want to try out and you want to go ahead and use and use the visuals into something to get something really awesome, then I suggest you to go for the banners that are currently on, and those banners are really easy to get some extra ultra rare units, and it gives you also the biggest chance to make sure that you have at least close to maximize 1 or 2 ultra rare units. That is really awesome. That's the best way to do whether a reroll account, like go starting from starting with a clean slate, as in having experience with this account, and then create a second count, and that count can be free play all the way, but with the experience that you gained it from the first account, and then you begin to start working with a strategy that another YouTuber did, which really helps a lot, really works, which is leveling up your units upwards and not spreadwards, upgrading your characters, like the ones that you really need the most. You should focus on, like Giza, because of her TMR, and you need like a wingman, as in you need one unit that can be the leader, like the one that goes in front, the wingman, that can help out the others of the same element. For example, my wingman is Dark Stern, or consider it as Ruin Stern. Why? Because he is maxed. He's my strongest character, and he has Dark Element. So, in a way, he can be a wingman for Dark Element units, which is really awesome because some of the content in the game requires powerful dark units to help out. So if you have a powerful dark unit like Stern, Ruin Stern, or Kane, then you should use those characters and give uh, give them some utility by, like, for example, pairing with other gamers who have the same element, and you can try some multi quests to complete some multi quests with their help. Because your character is on the same element, so that gives a higher chance when it comes to bigger chains. And chains in this game are vital for extra damage on big boss enemies in the game, such as event bosses like Aspers, or Aspers, as in bosses that shows on Trials of Reckoning, which is an event that comes from time to time, as well as the raid boss. And it's essential because those characters, for example, on raid boss, you can actually go for multi, but for the Trials of Reckoning, you can't go for multi. Why? Because it's considered a boss for solo characters. But if you have a powerful wingman, all you have to do is just create a team that can boost the stats during battle and support the wingman. And if that happens, then you'll be able to win a lot of battles in the game without losing a single character in battle. And also, if you end up like having a character who dies in the battle, don't worry. You won't lose those characters. It stays with you because, well, that's the best thing, is that you don't have to pull again in those characters because they died in a battle. That would be really, really annoying. Thank goodness that it doesn't come here. So, for example, for the fire type, my wingman is going to be Mushri. Again, since the element is fire, any character with fire element can help her out. What's the downside to this? The downside to this is that she is a piercer. So, the chain, when it comes to fire, if you want to give something like a boost up on the chains, whether it's for spears and element, then Mushri is going to need any type of dragoon or lancer or spear. Spear lancer is actually the same as spearman. In this case, it's the same thing. But to actually help her out with chains, you would need characters like Welda or Lorenzo. Lorenzo, I think it's fire. Let's see. No, actually, I did it wrong. Lorenzo is actually a dragoon, yes, but it's not the same type. So Owelda, being the same type and being a lancer, can really give already 2 boosts for Mushri. And why is that? Mushri will receive aid from Owelda, and Owelda will receive aid from Mushri. Because Mushri's master ability boosts the stats of a team that shares the same element as her. Since she is fire, any unit that shares the same element will receive a boost. So let's see if I can actually get it done here. So for example, if you look at here, I'm going to share with you all our master ability right here gives already fire units these many boosts. So this boost only happens during battle when she is with a fire team. So in this case, for example, when it comes to multi rooms, multi quests, where you need at least 3 for with the max 3 characters with from different players. But if every one has the same character, for example, you can have a room with 4 Mushris like her. And if that happens, then imagine this boost. This boost increase it 4 times on just one. So, for example, if that would be for a multi-room, then that would be like what? Like the max HP will be increased plus 40% with fire attack, which would be like let's see I need my calculator because I need to make the math here. So 15 multiplied by 4, that will be 60. So basically, for the fire attack, so just for the element itself, will be receiving 60. So plus 60. This is a huge bonus. And it only receives this much bonus when you have 4 of the same character in just one room. So also receives plus 40 on ice resistance. So basically characters like Gilgamesh or Agrias won't stand a chance against her because against her and 3 more copies of her, so basically 4 Mushris, can just decimate an entire team of Gilgameshes and Agrias, because Mushri is the nightmare for those two. Because she receives resistance for magic, so basically Agrias won't be able to defeat them. And also welcome Berkut. And as I was saying, and also there is another thing. And what is that? Is that Midiana is an ice unit, and since she's a black mage, she will also have a hard time beating Mushri. So it's possible that Mushri can just nearly one hit KO her, because Mushri, if she has 3 more copies, she will receive the boost from the master ability 4 times, because she will receive from herself along with the others. So that's really a huge help. And receives agility, which will be plus 40%. This means that she will be faster in one turn, like for one enemy turn, or in this case a boss, she will receive 2 turns. Like, she will be fast with agility. She will be fast enough to receive 2 turns, giving a higher chance to deal multiple chains of damage. That can be devastating for any boss that shares the ice element. Um, and that will be like the end of the day for Fenrir, because Fenrir is an Esper with the ice element, and ouch. Poor Wolf. He would not stand a chance against Mushri. And defense piercing rate plus 10. So basically, with 3 more copies, she receives plus 40. Ouch. This means that not only she will receive bonus from the attack, bonus from the critical, and also bonus from the extra damage for breaking the defense of the boss if that boss is an ice element, and if it's weak against spear users, spear wielders like Oelda, and in this case Mushri. So Mushri is a beast against ice units who are extremely weak to piercers and to fire units. So, whoa. For any boss that can come against her, which shares both the weaknesses, then if you have Mushri, like at high level, of course, she is already maxed, but all I have to do is just upgrading her to level 99, and all I'm saying is that she is really a beast when it comes to facing those bosses, if she is pairing with 3 more copies of her. So yeah, a group like a team of Mushri can really devastate a team of Gilgamesh, a team of Agrias, or a team of Mediana. So any ice user will basically be done for uh, with this character. And then we have this one, which is Adelard. For people who don't know Adelard is actually a really good MR unit, and he is powerful. He is powerful when it comes to ice elements. Because again, he shares the fire element, but he is also considered as a red mage. Well, red mages in this game, they're like this. They use sword and they use magic at the same time. That's basically the concept of red mages, is that they are able to use skills that require the use of a sword and magic skills of the same element. So in other games in Final Fantasy, red mages could basically use different elements. However, in this game, War of the Visions, the red mages can only use the element attack that corresponds to the element of the unit. So in this case, Adelard is fire, and despite, of course, since he's a red mage, can he cast magic? Yes, he can. Although if he does that, it's not like Ildira, which does not require an extra turn to cast magic, because thanks to her first job, she doesn't have to wait a second turn in order for the magic to be cast out. So there's the downside to that, is that whenever he uses magic, he has to wait by giving up one turn and receive an extra turn for the casting. Um, However, he's able to use the sword skills, which does not require an extra turn for casting. That's the best thing for red mages, is that they are able to use physical damage with their element, causing both magic damage, which is the element damage, can also be used as a chain for anyone who shares the same element as him. Like for example, rain. Rain is much like Adelard, because he is considered a red mage. He shares the same element as him, fire. He shares the same limitation as well when it comes to magic. He needs an extra turn to cast magic, but also he is, in a way, is like he's more of a magic user, but he is perfect when it comes to counter magic users. Like, for example, if you have trouble with Medihena, then the best unit that you can use to counter her is Rain. Rain is the best unit to counter Medihana. Very powerful first skill, which is the limit break skill, or considered in Japanese the EX skill, which basically gives her the extra, um, like, the turn that that she would need to cast out a magic. With her limit break, she doesn't have that extra turn at all. So basically, she's able to cast heavy damage on a group of enemies right at the first turn. And if your units are not strong against magic, nor they have resistance against ice magic like Rain does, then you're done for. You're done for, because Mediana limit break skill is going to devastate your entire team if you don't have anyone who can withstand against her. So, for those who don't have Rain, then I suggest that you could at least go for, let's see, for Adelard, and give him some spirit boost, which is essential to boost the magic stats defense, since he shares the same resistance as Rain. Although Rain is the better choice if you have him to counter Mediana super powerful limit break skill that she can already unleash at the very first turn of the battle, if she is able to get as close in range as possible to your units. And if she uses her skill too soon in just one unit, then here's the best part is that she won't be able to use that skill a second time, because limit breaks can only be used once per battle. And that is really awesome, because if it was being used once per turn, then oh my gosh, she would basically be OP, like overpowering the arena against let's see, against what type of units. Against dark units, especially dark units who use dark magic. So in a way, she would be able to one hit KO those units like it was nothing. Like they would be like woods to the slaughter, like lambs to the slaughter, as they say. So yeah. Um, so if you wanted to defeat Mediana and Gilgamesh and Agrias, basically any type of very powerful units when it comes to arena, another event that you want to participate, make sure that at least you have one unit that can counter those units, as I said before. Because if you do have it, then you'll have a much better chance in taking them down, and also be able to rank yourself, um, like reaching higher levels in the game with your characters, which allows you to have to receive extra bonuses from the game, um, as long as for as higher as you can stay. Um, so yeah, this game is actually really fun, but it becomes even funnier when you know how to do stuff. So if you're a new player and if you want to go for units, just do something that would be the best choice, and definitely not go for the way I did, which is wasting your units, your unit shards, your materials into somewhat useless units, such as rare units like these, and some of the special rares. Because right now, their stats aren't really the best. So, the only way that I suggest you, of course, the best way would be leveling up all the URs, which would have been the best way for anyone. But in this case, I don't suggest you to go all the way up with all the URs, because that would be insanity. And you don't want to spend too much money on the game. We're talking about free-to-play gamers. So you have to play smart. You don't have much money, or basically you don't have any money at all to spend on this game. So you have to play smart. And in order to play smart, you have to focus on prioritizing the units that you need on this game in order to have a much better result on the battles to come. So, the most important units that I've seen so far nowadays happens to be Giza because of her TMR, which is this one. This is a must. If you have her, max her. Max her out to the max. Like level 99 with all awaken, all limit break. You don't have to level her up to level 99. Just get into level 99 and you'll get the Illusory Bell. That is a must. If you have this bell, then all you have to do is just focus on the others. Mediana, it is a powerful, very powerful black mage. If you have her after you're done with Giza, focus on her because you need a very powerful black mage, and she is one of the best black mages in the game. And she is capable of using that limit break that I said before, and she is devastating on that part, which is Cosmo Plume, and she's able to cast this limit break at the very beginning of the battle. And if she's extremely close to a group of enemies, she can knock out an entire group of enemies with just one blow. So, wow, that is powerful. And since she is really strong on magic, if you have the right gear to boost her magic even further with the help of some vision cards, like let me just show you guys the vision cards. Like oops, just a moment. Like Trocio, which is a very powerful card that not only boosts the stats on magic, but it boosts even higher when it comes to parties. So in a way, adding to the magic stats, she would receive 169 in this case, plus 26 if she's with a party. And the party will receive, along with her, that magic stat boost, plus she will receive dark attack resistance. So basically, she will be powerful enough to withstand against black mages who wears the element of darkness. So she will be really powerful with that card, as well as she could use Shiva, because Shiva gives also the same thing as Trocio, although Trocio is more focused on the magic stats. For this one, however, yes, it focuses on the magic stats, but also focus on evasion. It's really awesome because evasion allows you to basically miss the enemy attack. Like, you are able to avoid, to dodge the attack of your enemy, and that is really awesome. Why? Because for Mediana, she's not a tanky. She is a powerful mage, so she's like a striker mage. Like, she is very powerful on the attack and really strong on holding back dark magic attacks. and she has a slight resistance on physical, but the physical is where she has the most weakness. That's why I said that Mushri is able to one-shot her. If Mushri is on max and have full on her stats. So yeah, you basically need to play smart, and you have to look at the effects here. Although, what's the hardest part in the game? It's not getting the units. It's not upgrading the units. It's not getting the materials. It's getting these vision cards maxed. That's the problem. Because not all the vision cards are easy to get. And in order to get them, you basically have to spend visual and be a little lucky in getting those vision cards. Because these cards serves as an extra bonus on your stats, and that can really help out for your character if you use the stats that your unit will require for each event that is currently on. So for now, the raid boss is all over, and basically I've managed to get the soul of Damasa, and which is a very powerful equipment. I already showed you guys on part 1, and I think that that's it for the guides. I made a long video this one, but just letting you guys know that this is all about letting you all know any new player that wishes to play this game, because this game is really nice, yes, but not much for free to play for free to play gamers. It's more for um, minor people, minor spenders like small cashers who are able to spend a bit of their money into the game, because I've heard a lot of YouTubers complaining about this game because Gumi is being unfair to those gamers. So I'm being a bit more careful with the words, because I know some on YouTube who aren't any careful with the words at all, and they just lash out on Gumi and everyone, which I really don't blame, because it is kind of natural for gamers to feel that upset, because they are spending time, they're spending a bit of their money, and the company is basically not giving anything in return. Like, you spend, you do what's best for the game, you work on your strategies, but then at the end of the day, like, you don't receive anything in return. Sorry about that. So yeah, just letting you know that. Oh, just a moment. Yeah. Okay, so as I was saying, okay, guys, looks like I have to end the stream now because somehow someone is really interrupting me. So um, just a moment. Okay, guys, just letting you know that I'm going to end the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm really sorry uh, for the interruptions here. So until then, I hope you guys stay safe. And let me tell you, if you want to know more about this game, you can you can watch this video. You can leave a like if you like this video, and if you want to know a bit more into detail about this game, I suggest you to look at Dr. Dake's channel, as well as Nashtetter's Gaming and Cabbage channel, because they are considered, in my opinion, the experts when it comes to explaining about the game content here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and until then, take care, peace.